let's have a quick conversation about Chainlink. And Chainlink is actually a revolutionary technology that's disrupting various industries. So, in today's conversation, I really want to give you a beginner's guide into the whole Chainlink thing. Okay. So, if you think about Chainlink, I want you to think about the industry standard Web3 services platform that has actually enabled trillions of dollars in transaction volume across DeFi, insurance, gaming, NFTs, and other major industries. So this is something really big, okay? So as the leading decentralized Oracle network, Chainlink enables developers to build feature-rich Web3 applications with seamless access to real-world data and also off-chain computation across any blockchain, and provides actually also global enterprises with a universal gateway to all blockchains. So you have a lot of possibilities there. You have a lot of flexibility built in the technology right off the bat. And the thing is that when you think about with cryptocurrency and blockchain technology getting mainstream attention, and Chainlink establishing itself as a key component of many blockchain applications, more people are entering the industry and asking the fundamental question: Chainlink, where is that going to be in 5 years from now, 10 years from now? So the thing is that Chainlink actually is pretty good in the sense that you have blockchains, you have smart contracts, you have oracles, you have all this sort of mixing wonderfully to make sure the technology is really scalable. Okay, so what is blockchain technology, you might ask? Well, a blockchain is a highly secure and reliable network that records data in a distributed ledger that is not controlled by a central authority. Okay, so a blockchain is a highly secure, reliable, and decentralized network that allows people to record transaction activity, store data, and exchange value in a distributed ledger. And so blockchain actually has been around for the last 30 years. And the cool thing is that you have security, you have immutability, you have reliability, you also have the peer-to-peer aspect of blockchain. So that's pretty good. And so blockchain use cases and applications actually span various industries. You have the monetary system, smart contracts, asset tokenization, enterprise middleware, ledger of records, utility, blockchain gaming, supply chain, insurance. So you really have a technology that's actually here to stay, okay? And in the past decade, especially during COVID, blockchain technology has transitioned from a pioneering promise to a valuable utility that brings meaningful benefits to its many users across the globe. So that's really fantastic. So when you think about the Chainlink, you cannot ignore the smart contracts aspect of things. I have another video that's dedicated, that's actually focused on a smart contract. But here, I'll quickly talk about smart contracts and how they actually get connected to Chainlink. So smart contracts are computer programs that are hosted and executed on a blockchain network, and each smart contract consists of code specifying predetermined conditions that, when met, trigger outcomes. Okay, so by running on a decentralized blockchain instead of a centralized server, smart contracts allow multiple parties to come to a shared result in an accurate, timely, and tamper-proof manner. I want to insist on that. The tamper-proof manner aspect of things is really important because you do not want to really have people start playing games with the whole system. Okay, and so blockchains and smart contracts, and also a Chainlink, are pretty are really having a pretty symbiotic sort of relationship, and that's important to mention. So one thing I want to say here is that in terms of smart contract examples, you have you can have examples in when it comes to real estate, for instance, when it comes to the entertainment industry, for instance. Okay, and so now one thing for sure, smart contracts are enforceable. Okay, because they run on top of blockchains. Smart contracts are automatically and deterministically executed exactly as programmed. So, in the context of enforcement, this hypothetically means that no party involved in a smart contract transaction can change its outcome or renege on terms outlined in a smart contract. So, that's really good. And you have a lot of benefits. If you think about a smart contract, you have a lot of benefits. Same thing as blockchain, you have security, reliability, equity, and you also have efficiency. That's important because when you have multiple parties being involved in a transaction, you want to have the efficiency. So automating the back end processes of the agreement, escrow, maintenance, execution, and or settlement means that neither party has to wait for manual data to be entered, the counterparty to fulfill their obligations, or even a middleman to process the transaction. So that's pretty good. So if you think about Chainlink, you cannot really forget about oracles. I mean, oracles connect inputs and outputs to blockchains to actually create hybrid smart contracts. So similar to the internet's effect on computers, Chainlink's decentralized computing platform is actually the key to connecting emerging blockchain networks with today's legacy system to inform actually a pretty diverse user base, but also to enable interconnected, performant, and privacy preserving smart contracts. Okay, so that's important. So by actually enabling externally connected smart contracts, Chainlink greatly expands and enhances the valuable properties of blockchains, leading to superior, verifiable digital agreements across more industries and use cases. So that's really cool. So when it comes to a smart contract, you have a smart contract and Chainlink. You have a lot of use cases. You have rights management. That's what I told you a little earlier. Like you, when it comes to rights management, you have tokens, for instance. You also have financial products. So that's actually a DeFi, so decentralized finance. And DeFi consists of applications that use smart contracts to recreate traditional financial products and services such as money markets, options, stablecoins, exchanges, and asset management, as well as combine multiple services to create new financial primitives via what they call permissionless composability. I'll explain that later on if you have a question, but it will be too long for me to really explain it here. Okay. You also have gaming and NFT. So this is another area where you see Chainlink and blockchain being very preeminent, if you will. Gaming and NFT. You also have insurance. So parametric insurance is a type of insurance where a payout is tied directly to a specific predefined event. So smart contract provide tamper-proof infrastructure for creating parametric insurance contracts that trigger actually based on data inputs. So that's really good. So for example, crop insurance can be created using smart contracts where let's say a user purchases a policy based on a specific weather information like seasonal rainfall in a geographic location. So that's really cool. That's really diverse also. You also have so as opposed to a bank, a blockchain transfers money between parties without taking custody. That's really important to remember. There is no custody here. So if you think about Chainlink, actually, you do have a certain set of problems. Okay, smart contracts can really reintroduce counterparty risk because the problem is that a smart contract requires data. So flat departure information, for instance, to execute commands. But most of the data it needs to digitize and automate real-world agreements is now stored on blockchains. So the smart contract cannot fetch external data either because blockchains are like black boxes with no built-in ability to connect with the outside world. So this means what? It means pretty simply that asset prices, for instance, let's say sports scores, Internet of Things sensors, IoT sensors, web data, enterprise systems, and the multitude of other real-world data sets are simply not available on the blockchain, and this severely limits the types of smart contracts developers can create. Really, okay. So that's important to remember. So, but it's just important to understand that you have a solution. A centralized Oracle introduces a single point of failure in the delivery of data to the blockchain. The solution is the Chainlink decentralized Oracle network is there to really fix that. Okay, that's really important to remember. So one thing I want to say here is that you do have all kinds of problems that can really pop up. But hey, listen, there are solutions. You also have generalized architecture. Okay, Chainlink is a flexible framework for building and running Oracle networks, meaning users can construct and or connect to a customized Oracle networks without dependencies on other Oracle networks. So that's important to remember. So this basic distinction between the Chainlink network, Oracle network, Chainlink node, and node operator really has to do with data signing, high quality data, blockchain agnostic, for instance, okay? And Chainlink actually connects smart contracts on any blockchain to any input and output. So you do have, for instance, service level agreements. That's important to mention here. Service level agreements. You also have reputation systems. And finally, you have optional features. So that's really important to remember. Let me talk to you about the use cases of Chainlink. So if you think about Chainlink, you have a lot of possibilities. So by providing strong security and reliability guarantees on par with the blockchain, more advanced smart contracts are being created using Chainlink oracles. Okay, that's kind of cool. So you have a DeFi. I think I already spoke about that. DeFi really important. You have insurance. I spoke about that too. You also have gaming. Okay, gaming really is kind of crucial. Like developers are also beginning to launch smart contract based gaming applications on the blockchain that often incorporate NFT as scarce digital collectibles. Okay, so one of the key building blocks of many blockchain games, is a source of randomness to actually generate random in-game scenarios or determine the lucky winner of prizes. So that's kind of cool. And what happens here is that Chainlink provides a randomness solution called a VRF, which generates randomness and delivers it to the smart contract in a manner where users can prove it as fair and unbiased, because neither the players, game creators, or external entities can tamper with or manipulate the randomness to their advantage. So that's kind of cool. So Chainlink VRF enables input and output randomness for in-game scenarios for blockchain games. So that's really fantastic. You also have traditional systems. So this is another key use of Chainlink. So this happens when Chainlink provides traditional systems like data providers, IoT networks, websites, and enterprises a way to make their data and services available to any blockchain networks. Okay, and since the Chainlink network is blockchain agnostic, Chainlink oracles serve as an integration gateway for connecting actually a digital and data infrastructure to any and all blockchain networks. So that's important to really think about from a flexibility point of view. So an industry standard interoperability framework using Oracle networks like Chainlink to connect traditional systems with blockchains actually is happening these days, and a lot of industry players are working on that. So let's talk about the blockchain Oracle problem. So this is an important problem across the industry. Okay, so the blockchain Oracle problems refers to the inability of blockchains to access external data, making them actually isolated networks, kind of similar to a computer with no internet connection. Okay, so bridging the connection between the blockchain on chain and the outside world off chain requires an additional piece of infrastructure and Oracle. So the blockchain Oracle problem is one of the most important barriers to overcome if smart contracts on networks like Ethereum are to achieve mass adoption across a wide variety of markets and use cases. So that's something important to really think about, and to think about it like from the get-go. So blockchain based smart contracts and traditional data and API economies have immense potential to combine into a hybrid smart contracts and actually form the future architecture of data-driven automation. But the question is, how do this world connect, right? So do you have to understand that the Oracle problem is there to stay, but people are working on it to fix it, okay? and especially when it comes to the security risks of centralized oracles, and that's going to be important. Now, a blockchain oracle does a lot of things. It helps you. It helps like with listening, extracting, formatting, validating, computing, broadcasting, and also outputting. Not only in a centralized manner, but also in a decentralized manner. Okay, and that's important to mention here. Now, one major concern is how to ensure external data inputted into the blockchain is high quality. Even a basic data request for the price of Bitcoin is quite challenging because simply looking at a website or a single exchange may not be as accurate or reliable as a paid API subscription to a professional data aggregator that has decades of experience filtering data and creating market coverage. Okay, and it was also financially incentivized to maintain high quality services. So you got to have that financial incentive there as well. If you don't have it, you can't really do anything. So if you think about Chainlink, you have to understand that basically centralized blockchain oracles introduce inherently major risk, okay? Because the entire point of a smart contract is to achieve determinism, right, through a technological enforcement of the contract terms, as opposed to a probabilistic execution carried out by human enforcement, okay? Now, to achieve this end, the blockchain cannot have any single point of failure, a feature that must extend to the oracle if determinism of smart contracts is to be maintained end to end, especially given the fact that we have a global world now. So basically, Chainlink solved the oracle problem several ways. So in order to bring determinism to the oracle layer, Chainlink has developed a network of decentralized oracle networks, with each decentralized oracle network involving a combination of multiple security techniques needed to service a particular use case. So you have open source, for instance. You have external adapters. So external adapters will really play a major role going forward. You do have decentralization. You have data signing. So here, having nodes cryptographically sign the data they provide to smart contracts, because this would allow users to identify which nodes sent data and look at their past history to determine their performance quality. You have service agreements. You have reputation systems. So that's important to really pay attention to. You have certification services also playing a major role, not only in the short run but also in the long run. But finally, you have advanced cryptography. Let me get it right. Advanced cryptographic and hardware processes. So those provide flexibility for more advanced, cryptography like zero knowledge proofs and hardware such as trusted execution environment. So that's really good from a flexibility point of view, but also from an efficiency point of view. So as a coda to this conversation, I gave you the basic knowledge that you need to have about Chainlink. I'll talk to you about Chainlink and blockchain. I also spoke about smart contracts. And finally, the blockchain oracle problem. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.